You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. If you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you with another Let's Play episode of Far Beyond the World. So, it's been a little while since we played this game, and where we left off, Rannick was being rather flirtatious. I think it's because he had a little bit too much to drink, and we shall see where this part goes. I'm a little curious as to if it progresses further, or if it's just teasing, just playful teasing. So anyway, guys, sit back and enjoy, and let's jump right in. Alarm chant is started, and let's go. Okay. Who's without agency here? He forces a challenging smirk, and I reciprocate it with a smile. Wait, mate? I cough, surprised that I actually asked that out loud. Rannick looks at me with a bit of confusion, but quickly laughs loudly. I look at his massive jaw, teeth glittering in the dim light of the moon. It used to send shivers down my spine, but now it makes me smile in amazement. Funny how that's the only thing that stuck out to you. I cough, pulled back into the conversation. Oh God. My face flushes red as I realize what he just implied. It was the odd one out! Right. He muses, looking at me teasingly. Honestly, I don't know anything about your traditions. I could teach you. I bite my lip, sensing a trap. It's a trap! But at the same time, learning their customs isn't such a bad thing. Especially if I were to stay here until I get better. If I were to get better. And hey, might even jog some of my memories. I finally smile, nodding. Okay, teach me. Well, we are set up to mate with a compatible peer in our childhood. Once we come of age, we... Not that! The heat rises to my cheeks, and I try to shoo away the mental image of him having sex. Oh God, now it's in my head. I feel my face burning up and hide it in my palms as the wolf laughs merrily. I meant the culture! I mumble, still guarding my face with firm ridicule. Well, it is our culture. Might even say one of the most important aspects. Can't argue with that. So, I finally managed to compose myself. I'm not a child anymore. I shouldn't act like one, giggling and blushing upon hearing a no-no. I raise my head and look up at Rannick. You basically grow up knowing who you'll have to be with? I know you humans do things differently. We don't stay with our mates. We generally just mate to produce the most desirable offspring to further the tribe. He states matter-of-factly. The thought of living like that almost makes me feel sad. Don't wolves feel love? Rannick laughs again, this time even louder, as if I cracked the best joke he'd ever heard the entire day. What does love have to do with it? It has a lot to me, I blurt out, almost gasping and covering my mouth. Somehow I managed to rein in that impulse. I don't want the wolf to misconstrue me. We do love Orien, but it doesn't factor into procreation. We mate for the tribe. We love for ourselves. I look at him, confused. It sounds so wrong, yet do I even have a point of reference? I can't remember my life before this whole mess. How am I so sure it's not the case for everyone? However, my gut tells me that this is not what I agree with. The wolf looks at me, seeing the gears turning behind my mask of silence. He decides to break it. I know humans take mating seriously. I've heard they vow loyalty to each other, which also includes... This time he bites his lip. I almost shiver seeing the fang perk out, but again, the wolf laughs. The carnal side of things. This makes me blush again, as the image of me having sex pops into my head. How would that even work? Wait, you don't even, wait, I'm confused right here. What do you mean? Has the main character never even had sex? How does he not know that would work? Is he talking about with him? Okay, there you go. Did I ever have sex? I try to imagine the act and I jump up in bed with a yelp, startling the wolf. What happened? Save it right here. I turn as red as bricks, quickly looking away from him. Why? Why does my mind do this to me? Why did it show me with him? He's a talking beast, man. What the hell, brain? I shake my head. There's nothing to it. I know there isn't. I just don't remember what other people look like. All I know is him. Ugh. Why do I even explain myself to myself? I just need to rein my thoughts in, that's all. Are you okay? Did you remember something? The wolf sounds worried, placing his massive paw on my shoulder. The sheer sensation causes me to inexplicably shiver. Perhaps you took the vials with someone? What? No! I protest as hard as I can, almost offended at the insinuation. But quickly my resolve melts away as I realize that I don't know. I have no clue. I might have? I slump back into my hands, struggling to contain tears once again. This is so messed up! Who even am I? Out of the corner of my eye, I see his big paws surround me, with massive claws that they're in. My heart skips a beat, but I don't allow myself to be terrified. It wouldn't be fair, not to him. The wolf leans in closer, and again I feel his embrace. The warmth of his fur completely envelops me, and I feel his heavy breath brush my hair and fall down my neck. You're Orien. That's all that matters. He murmurs softly, rubbing my back with his paws. I chuckle into his chest, feeling so safe in his embrace, as if nothing could happen to me while he holds me so close. I feel those things, certain truths, but I can't be certain of them at all. The wolf still holds me tight in his arms. I wonder if he even hears me through his fur, but he quickly disperses my doubts. If you feel strongly about anything, don't doubt it. Even if I can't remember? Especially if you can't remember. The wolf gently pushes me away so that our eyes can meet again. He has a soft smile, with the most reassuring gaze he can muster. Your feelings are your compass. Follow them. Then, I know I never took the vows. I chuckle, rubbing away the tears. I look back up towards him and laugh as I realize I'm taking life advice from a talking wolf, while simultaneously assuring both of us that I'm not taken. He smiles back while reaching up to my cheek. With one finger, he gently rubs it, clearing a single stray tear that I missed. Panic begins to take hold of me as the very same finger ventures towards my eye, claw glistening in the faint light, but I manage to rein in my fear. Rannick picks up a loose eyelash and presents it to me with a smile. Not even knowing why, I just make a wish and blow it away. The wolf blinks in astonishment and then smiles. What was that? I don't know, it's just something I felt like doing. Rannick smiles. See? You've got a good compass. Indeed. And if this is all but a dream, then I don't mind if it lasts a little while longer. 'Cause you love him. The following day greets me with a warm glow of the rising sun. I still feel uneasy about the previous night, and although I have bonded with Rannick, I think I might have stumbled upon something I'd be better off without. Something wrong transpired yesterday, but I don't know what. Did the wolf cross the line by sneaking up on me in the middle of the night? I shake my head in dismissal. It's not that. The wolf is quirky, true, but nothing else than kind and caring. I throw off the blanket, deceived by the warm hues flooding the room, only to realize that it is really cold in the morning. Gently, I check the wooden floor with my toe, and a jolt of cold shoots upwards through my body. Nope, time to get back in bed. Save it right here. After I have a huge yawn. There's no other way around it. I simply hop off the bed with both feet immediately stinging in discomfort, but it doesn't last long. I am more concerned by the slight shivers caused by my naked skin. Pity that Rannick doesn't have any shirts, but at the same time, why would he? He's a wolf with fur covering him head to toe. I envy him the comfort of his coat. It's very warm and cozy. Memory of snuggling into his chest only empowers a sensation of chill creeping down my back, and I notice goosebumps appearing on my skin. This leaves me in a rather peculiar situation, where I have to fashion some form of toga out of my bed linen. Once I am satisfied with my handiwork, I approach the window to look at the forest outside. The sun seeps through the treetops, spitting into a spectacular light show that I can't help but admire. I take in the fresh fragrance of the morning dew, almost identical to the smell I came to associate with Rannick. That's when I hear the wolfman stir in the next room. I swiftly approach the doors separating our chambers, opening them without much warning. Oh, hell! Yep, that's getting censored. My eyes focus on the wolf, who stretches out in a long yawn, all muscles tensing up as he arches upwards. He is completely nude, and trying as I can, I do not divert my gaze from his bulging penis donned by two furry balls swinging heavily beneath. Well, I mean, that's just a sheath, so... I am so sorry! I yelp out as if I just dipped my fingers into boiling water. I hide my face inside my palms, trying to communicate clearly it was just an accident. Orien! A wooden scrape fills the room as the wolf stumbles back onto the table, desperately trying to cover his crotch. I turn away, clenching my teeth in utter embarrassment. I should have knocked! I hear the male scramble about, with a distinct shriek of the table moving along the wooden floor as he tries to get his loincloth on. I didn't mean to... I mutter apologetically, but quickly feeling a surge of anger rising within me. Why are you sleeping naked? I call out, still avoiding eye contact and shielding my field of vision with a hand. Why aren't you? The male responds nonchalantly. I can't think of a riposte that wouldn't imply I don't trust him. Even if he has a creepy habit of staring at people in their sleep, my covers remained where they were. I groan in annoyance. Are you decent? Just a moment. He seems just as embarrassed as I am. I'm sorry I barged in like that. It's fine, I'm good now. The wolf responds, allowing me to finally face him. He isn't good, though. All he has on him is his ridiculously skimpy loincloth, which barely covers his protruding bulge. I try to avoid looking at that area by diverting my gaze upwards, which is as much a mistake as I end up staring him up. I admire the way his upper body is sculpted, his musculature on full display. It is alluring to gaze at such a hunk, and as much as I want to fight it, my body reacts in a most predictable way. I feel slight tingling in my nether region, and my pulse raises. God, I need a distraction before my entire face paints red. I smuggled some food yesterday for your breakfast. I don't want you to go hungry. He points awkwardly to a small wicker basket in the corner, obviously picking up on my distress. At moments like this, I envy the beastmen their fur coating. At least they don't announce their embarrassment to the whole world as humans do. I quickly approach the basket and look inside. There are 6 eggs, 3 thick slices of pork, and some bread. I smile, realizing this is as universal breakfast as it can get. Would you share it with me? Say it right here. I ask absent-mindedly. I'd enjoy cooking for us. Renek's eyes widen in surprise, but quickly his expression changes into a smile. If you're offering. He points at the hearth, which looks as alien to me as he himself does. In all honesty, I have no idea what I'm getting myself into, but anything is better than lingering in this awkwardness. Do you know how to go about it? I look at the stone fireplace, trying to figure out how each of the prongs and spikes plays into the whole rustic cooking experience. I'm a fast learner. I smile, approaching the hearth with confidence. I can feel its warmth embrace me, gently kissing my skin wherever it is exposed. It is a welcome sensation in this otherwise cold morning. Eggs, bacon, and toast it is. I say with a wide grin as the wolf's ears perk up and his expression lightens. I have to say, I like your newfound confidence. I smile back at the male, feeling thankful to have someone as positive and supportive as him taking care of me. Well, now that I kind of understand what's going on, I cut off once I gaze back at the hearth and my smile disappears. How would one even go about making breakfast in this living museum? Before I get to ask, Renek approaches me with what looks like a flat iron plate on a long prong. It doesn't even have sides and looks like no pan I've ever seen. Not that I can actually remember. Again, my mind is playing tricks, making me aware of things I can't recollect. Pan or not, I can see one could easily make a proper fry-up on it. I place my hands on the handle, nodding to Renek to let go. To my surprise, it is much heavier than I anticipated. Cooking utensils shouldn't be this heavy. Before I drop it to the floor, I feel the male's embrace, his form enveloping mine as he aids my hold from behind. I can feel his chest pressing against my back, as well as hear his breath just above my head. My heart skips a beat as his paws cover my hands, supporting the hold on the heavy pan. Easy now. He croons softly, helping me to properly hold the pan above the fire. I am frozen, I just managed to calm myself down, and this is again sending me to the edge. Perhaps I should hold it, while you take care of the rest. I nod hastily, wanting to get out of this embrace. Feeling his fur, his form against mine is more stimulating than I expected. As I entangle myself from his embrace, I rush towards the wicker basket. Part of me is angry. Damn it, yawns. Why are you doing this to me? Part of me is angry that I dismissed the moment so soon, but I do not have the courage to face the embarrassment of getting aroused in front of him. Not to mention it feels all sorts of wrong. It's not much, but that's all I could scrounge up, he says almost apologetically. Well, it's plenty enough for me. I give him a reassuring smile and grab the wicker basket, letting it rustle merrily with my step as I bring it forth to the hearth. The wolf does a good job of securing the pan inside the fireplace. I watch as the flame embraces the rim of the iron plate, dancing merrily along the edges. I notice a large two-pronged fork resting on the mantel above. Reaching with my hand, I grab its handle and use it to carefully move a succulent slab of pork onto the pan. I guide the slice around the metal plate, allowing its fat to cover the whole thing nicely. The wolf watches intently, his ears perking up as I place another slice on the pan. Well, well, you know what you're doing. I guess. Told you, you have a good compass. I smile, giving him a happy side eye. I crack the first egg on the stone wall of the hearth, carefully moving it over the pan. God, that sounds good. I just ate, and I'm already hungry again. I could hear Rannick's tail sweep the floor like a broom. The wolf doesn't need much to get into a good mood. Savor it? Once I spill the egg onto the hot plate, I look around for a place to discard the shells. Throw it into the fire, the wolf says softly. Makes for better fertilizer. Fertilizer? We use the ashes to enrich the soil, the wolf explains, helping me with the remaining eggs. Huh. I learned something new. We crack the remaining eggs one by one, watching our breakfast sizzle. It looks gorgeous, with the red pork slowly browning and eggs setting in tight. The smell is amazing, but I realize something is missing. Do you have any salt? Salt? The wolf looks at me with an amused smile. First a mirror, now this. I started to think you might be a lost human noble. As if. I grunt through a laugh. Yeah, I was about to say, how do you throw a laugh? Then again, maybe I am? It definitely wouldn't be any crazier than talking wolves, now would it? Once everything is fried to perfection, Rannick moves the pan onto the table. Ooh, God, he's gonna... Oh, I can already see the problem here. He's gonna attract people. The flame dances happily, filling the gap where the pan smothered it, returning to full glow. I sit with my back to the fire, enjoying the warmth of the hearth and the radiating heat of the pan. I feel so snug, completely forgetting how dreadfully cold this morning is. Rannick cuts the stale bread into a few slices and impales them on a spit. Want to watch up while they roast? He asks, pointing to a wooden bowl standing on a cupboard in front of the table. I suggest you go first, as I tend to leave lots of fur behind. The wolf smiles awkwardly, while splaying out his arms, once again inviting me to inspect his musculature. Yep, that's a lot of fur, all right. I reluctantly move away from my seat towards the bowl, not really keen on leaving the warmth of the fireplace, but also not wanting to come across as unhygienic. As I stare at the bowl, noticing my distorted reflection, I cannot help but feel this is just bare bones. I don't know why, but I know I will have to figure out a better way to get clean down the line. For now, however, this would have to suffice. I dip my hands first, quickly shuddering. Fuck! It's cold! I yelp, causing the wolf to laugh. Cold is an understatement. The water is frigid, my hands feeling as if I'm about to lose my fingers. Helps you wake up, doesn't it? The male laughs, looking back at the slowly browning bread. Well then, no other choice, is there? I scoop the water with my hands and quickly slush my face with it, drawing a raspy gasp. Damn, it's cold! I might as well be washing myself with a handful of needles. I repeat it a few times, then cleaning off my hands and arms as quickly as possible. My skin feels like it's on fire. I can see a small cloth resting next to the bowl, which I use to dry myself off. Once I finish, I quickly rush towards the fireplace to get back into the warmth. As I sit, Rannick removes the last piece of toast from the spit. God, that looks good. When he notices my face, he snorts through a held-down laugh. Pink. He struggles to contain his amusement, as I realize my skin flushed because of the exposure. The wolf goes to the cupboard to take his turn washing up. Sure, when you're covered with fur, that water might not be that bad, but fuck! I shudder just at the memory of it. I watch with curiosity as he washes up, noticing that he isn't actually soaking the fur, but rather brushing it with a wetted paw. He rises his massive arms up, biceps fully tensed, allowing me to see a lush fluff underneath his armpits, akin to what you would normally see in humans. Huh. Rennick begins to wash his pits, and for a moment I feel slightly embarrassed that his bathroom routine is more diligent than mine. I have to block that out, too. That embarrassment changes to outright horror as I see him undo his underwear, the cloth dropping to the floor with a soft flop and exposing his taut butt cheeks. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to save it on the video because that means I just have to edit the thumbnail. Or that I have to edit the tiny little picture. So I'm not going to do that. Anyway, guys, this is a rather raunchy new episode of Far Beyond the World. We didn't get any of the lewdness that I thought might be coming, but we got a little bit of eye candy. We've got a lot of eye candy. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to the next video. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!